everyone, so today I'm going to have you get ready with me. This is going to be my everyday makeup tutorial, and this really is pretty much what I wear on a daily basis. Hope you guys enjoy! Alright, so I already have on my primer, which is my lotion that I put on after the shower, and I'm going to be using two liquid foundations today. The Fit Me by Maybelline in 320 and Neutrogena Healthy Skin in, I think it's medium beige. And I'm going to be using my Sonia Kashuk foundation brush. I've dampened the bristles so that I can spread the liquid foundation a little bit thinner because I do have oily skin and that's a problem. I'm taking some of the darker color because I don't need as much of the darker color as I do of the lighter color. Alright, so now I'm taking the lighter color and pouring it over the darker color. Whoops, it's a little more than necessary. I'm just going to mix it with my ring finger to get one solid color and then apply. And now I'm getting all of the excess off my finger by putting it on my face. And on a side note, I have a makeup removing towelette to get any excess makeup off my fingers and keep my hands clean. Now I'm using my foundation brush and lightly tapping the foundation out, blending it into my skin. Like I said, I am tapping. I'm not sweeping over my skin. That way you don't pull at the skin, but you still get the coverage and it buffs it really well into your skin. And you're just going to keep doing this. Make sure you get your lips and up into your hairline and get your chin and make sure you get it onto your neck because otherwise you end up looking like you have a mask on and one of those people where you can tell that they have tons of makeup and it just looks really awkward. So I'm making sure to get everywhere to make it blend as well as it possibly can. I've skipped ahead a bit, but this is to show you where I do put makeup under my chin and right onto my neck so that I can really blend it in really well just to, again, make sure that I don't have any kind of awkward lines down by my neck. This is to show you that I use some foundation as primer. It really mostly is leftover, but I just put it on my eyelids, like I said, as a primer and to make sure that there's no awkward color difference between my eyelids and the rest of my face. Alright, now I'm going to apply concealer. It's my Physicians Formula Concealer Twins Concealer. The one side is, the yellow side is the corrector, and then the lighter pink side is the highlighter. I first use the corrector on blemishes. For example, I'm breaking out right there. I've got a couple blemishes on my face, and then I also use it under my eyes to get rid of those under eye circles. And I'm using the Sonia Kashuk brush again, and I'm just going to lightly tap the makeup in there, really buffing it really well to get really great coverage. And even under my eyes, I'm patting really lightly, really very quickly, just to really buff the concealer in there. I find that this brush works better than a concealer brush because this brush helps really get it in buffed really well, and a concealer brush kind of just brushes it onto the skin. Now I'm using the other side, the highlighting side, to fix the pinkness that I have on my cheeks. I'm painting what I like to call my warrior stripes onto my face, and then I'm going to buff them in again with the same Sonia Kashuk brush in kind of a triangular motion going up that line and then in towards my nose. I will get on top of my nose a tiny bit, but that really helps with contouring as well, so it doesn't bother me to do that. And like I said, I'm just lightly patting, just really buffing it into the skin there. Now I'm putting a small amount of that same highlighter behind each nostril. This helps make my nose look a little bit thinner and just a little bit more defined from my face. And again, I'm just really patting that in, buffing it into the skin. Alright, and now I'm going to use my NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. And I'm going to use my Kirkland powder brush to set it on my face and really just help set my liquid foundation and keep everything matte. I'm just pressing the brush into the powder and then sweeping it onto my forehead. And then I'm going to press it again once more and sweep it onto the rest of my face and really get it brushed in, cover my entire face to make sure I have even coverage in one solid color. And then I'm going to do one more layer, and this is going to cover the bottom of my chin and my neck, again, to make sure I have a really blended look and not an awkward mask face. Now for bronzer, the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny. And for my brush, I'm going to use my Real Techniques by Samantha Chapman Angled Foundation brush. I got it at Bed Bath & Beyond. It was awesome. I'm just going to swirl the brush around in the powder to get really good coverage on every angle of the brush. And I'm just going to draw one line on either side of my face to create kind of a definition for contouring and for giving me a more sculpted look. Again, I'm just swirling it around and doing this on both sides. And it is a pretty pronounced line to begin with, but I'm going to buff it out later. Now I'm using some bronzer on either side of my nose. This helps make it look thinner and a little bit more elongated, which is awesome because I have kind of a big nose. But I'm going to put some more bronzer under my nose and on the ball of my nose to kind of stop the eye from making it look all the way down. It's all an optical illusion. And then I'm going to take some bronzer and put it on my forehead and a little bit on my temples. And this, again, is just contouring and sculpting my head and just making me look a little bit better. Now I'm just going to apply some bronzer under my chin, kind of to define the line between my face and my neck a little bit. And it looks awkward now, but again, I'll buff it in later. Now I'm using my Rimmel London blush in Pink Rose and my angled blush brush from Kirkland. And I'm literally just going to put the blush above the bronzer lines on my cheeks, not on top of, but above the bronzer lines. Doing the fish face once again. I mean, it's really just, it's the most effective ever. Now I'm just taking the blush and putting it on the apples of my cheeks by making that funny / awkward smile, and putting some more on the temples and my forehead, again with the contouring, and then I'm going to put it over the bronzer on my neck, and this is going to help contour a little bit more and give my neck and my chin a little bit more color. And really I'm just brushing the excess off. There's not very much color left on my brush at that point. Now I'm using this small Maybelline Kabuki brush as a blender to buff everything into my skin. And as you can see, I'm going in the direction of the makeup. So I'm doing kind of a circular movement, but it's still linear with the bronzer and the blush on my face. And I'm going to do the same with my nose, go in that line, and then brush it sort of down my nose a little bit, adding the bronzer a little bit further down my nose. And then I'm just going to buff everything in, my forehead, my temples, and then I have to get my chin as well, of course. Don't want any lines down there. There's hair getting all over the place. This is just a mess. My next step is eyeliner. I'm using the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Pot in Blackest Black with a brush I got from Walgreens, actually. It's a Salon Collection angled eyeliner brush, and it works pretty well for my purposes. I'm literally just going to dab it into the pot of gel, not brush it or anything, just dab it in there to get the gel onto the brush. And then I'm just going to apply eyeliner to both of my eyes. I work from the outer corner in. Now I'm going to add some eyeliner to my lash line and onto my waterline. And this just helps the eyes look really complete and really just gives it a really nice finished look. Now I'm going to take my Revlon eyelash curler and curl each eyelash for approximately 8 seconds. Now I'm taking my L'Oreal Paris Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara and applying mascara to both sets of top lashes and then my bottom lashes. And this process does really take a while, so I will just tell you that I apply one layer of mascara to each set of lashes, and then I curl the top lashes again and apply another set of mascara. And then sometimes I'll curl the lashes again depending on the day and depending on how it went the first time. Now I'm just going to brush and tame my eyebrows, and then I am done. That is my final look for every day. So that was my everyday makeup tutorial. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching the whole thing, and I hope you learned something, and I would love to learn from you all too. So if you have any like video responses, your own everyday makeup tutorial that you've put on YouTube, go ahead and put it in the comment box below, and I will see you guys next time.